The idea, what's been worrying me about recently in the last about 5 or 6 years now, is where are the jobs going to come from that will employ the young workers coming out of school. My focus has been the industrialized countries of the OECD, mainly Europe, and how it compares with the United States. And if we look back in the age of manufacturing, which was up to the 1970s when it started declining in our countries, many young people, the unskilled, the ones who left school early, they were expecting to go into manufacturing or mining. They were becoming manual workers, very little skill, maybe a little bit of apprenticeship training, and then you got your job and you stayed there, and society sort of knew what to expect in terms of employment. Now that route to a job, of course, has ended now, and especially in the last decade with globalization and the moving of manufacturing jobs to China, India and other places. And we have to realize that manufacturing jobs are not going to come back to the industrialized countries of the OECD. If you look at where jobs are being created, they are mostly in unskilled services that involve some kind of service provision for the individual or the business.
And many of these jobs that you've mentioned, they're relatively low-paying jobs. So what are the ramifications of that? How do we fix that?
Well, that's exactly where the challenge is now in terms of making those jobs more respectable. It can be made to meet the expectations of young people, and it also has the prospect of employing a lot of people, and especially women who need to come into the labor force. The second thing that government could do, actually, and I've become a great supporter of this, is the minimum wage. You could be increasing the minimum wage along with mean incomes, and inevitably the lower incomes will increase.
Do you think that lower income jobs should be taxed at a lower rate?
I think we could raise the minimum income at which tax payment begins. We had a meeting just a little while ago with CEOs of companies, and when they asked them what did they think government could do most to help them in their recruitment, they mentioned precisely this point, that the secondary school education is being outdated, and government could modernize it by teaching things that are more in tune with where industrial society is going today.